The new Sonic movie trailer looks really freaking good. I love it. It was a shock. I saw it when I was in school, and I just had to drop everything I did and just watch this trailer, because I'm really happy with this trailer. I'm really happy with the changes they did to it and everything they did to Sonic. He looks good. Like, he finally looks like Sonic. It looks like him. And yeah, the only complaint I have, and I think other people have that also, is just his arms. Make them the same as like the skin color and it would be perfect. But for this upgrade from the last one, it's a big improvement. But there were some things that I noticed in this movie, like the trailer, so I just want to quickly show off those little things that I noticed, because I have watched this trailer too many times and went through it frame by frame too many times. So yeah, I noticed another thing here in the opening. So as I was watching now again, I just find all new stuff when I rewatch this. I have watched this like more than 10 times. I watched this trailer, Jesus. But this little scene here, where he does a little slide.
I'm Sonic, a little ball of super energy in an extremely handsome...
That, when he does the little slide thingy. It's a reused animation, or they reuse this animation, or if they don't, it looks really similar to a later shot in the movie, which is in the desert. There we saw it. He did the little slide thingy again here, and then he goes into that pose that he had earlier. I think they twisted his head because we can see his leg is up here, so he's now twisted towards the camera. So like before, the camera was like over here looking at him, but now it's from the side, and we can see that his face is a little bit more serious. He's not as happy. But once again, just a little thingy that I noticed. So here, in the scene where Sonic like reads the Flash comics,
It gets a little lonely.
he only reads like 4 or 5 different issues of Flash. So we can see like, I like to use this cover as an example, because we can see like the blue bottom clearly and like darker on top and the Flash. So we see him here. We go forward a little bit, and it should appear. Yeah, there. And now it's back to the same comic. This is, I'm not saying it's a bad thing, it's just a little small thing that I noticed. It was pretty funny, I think. Or like a little detail that I saw. You just go through the piles. It's just a little thing. So I thought it was cool, at least. Here with the ping pong scene, there's an issue that I feel. I don't know if they're gonna fix it, or it's just like I'm just wrong. But if you look at Sonic's feet here, there's supposed to be a tire in the ground, I think. If this is not fake floor, but it doesn't look, they think this is just out in the forest. From the last trailer we saw, this is just his hangout in the forest. So this is supposed to be ground, and this is supposed to be a tire. Why is his feet then flat? Shouldn't they react to like the tire, or like be a little bit tilted? Either they should just remove the tire entirely, because it doesn't really fit. Just place it somewhere in the background, just remove it, or just change his feet to be in the position. Because yeah, it doesn't look real. I know it's a Sonic movie, but you get what I'm saying. So this scene, I was too obsessed. I was like looking too much at Sonic's feet and like was focusing my attention on the tire too much to really notice this, but it's pretty clear. There's just a big sign that he uses as his ping pong table where it says Hilltop. So it's probably a reference, or probably it is a reference to Hilltop Zone from Sonic 2, which is pretty neat. But yeah. Does this sign say Need for Speed? Or like a shortened version? I think this is supposed to say Need for Speed. That's pretty neat. I did not notice that until now. Huh. Cool. Look, you just notice little things everywhere when you watch, like, rewatch this movie frame by frame.
Best life on Earth.
Also, apparently in this world, because Sonic, I don't know how his world works, Mobius, because that's what I'm thinking is from Mobius. But he has this headband with the logo, which is cute. But that means this logo needed to, like, appear from somewhere? I don't know.
It's a place, Sonic.
This is the best. I don't know why. Just seeing this alone, just Sonic standing there, the eyes, or like the issue with the eyes that people had, I don't see the problem anymore. I think his design actually is pretty good with the eyes now. It kind of makes sense. It's like Sonic's eyes that he has in the game is not bad or like wrong. It's just interesting to see it like from a fresh perspective or something new with two separate eyes, but he still can get the classic like angry or like with his attitude and stuff, which is really important.
The Bridges Mound also.
Here, I think a lot of people picked up on this, but I think this hat stands for Green Hill because they are in Green Hill right now. I think the place in Earth is called Green Hill, even though we saw him in Green Hill Zone, and he has a green baseball cap. So I think it was pretty funny, or like pretty smart. This is something that I don't know though. We can see SV. I don't know what that stands for. Either like Sonic and then something? I don't know. Maybe you guys can like post it in the comments or like say what you think it is, because I can't figure out what it is. And is he not even grabbing his hat? Oh yeah, he's just flicking it. Or something. Yeah, okay, he's not even touching it. Never mind. My bad. But what could this be? Cute with the music, having the little Green Hill Zone town.
Uh-oh.
I don't need to say anything, this is perfect. But it's interesting now that he holds his ring. Like, hold a ring. Because it seems like in the movie he collects rings or has the rings to teleport to places. We saw that earlier in the movie, in the beginning. He used a ring to get to the real world. So now we've seen a field, or we can see Green Hill Zone in the background, or like in the ring. It looks like he collects rings and then uses them to like teleport to places. But I don't know if he collects them in the real world or he just brings them along, because he has a little bag. But if he brings them along, probably in this scene, like he drops one ring or drops all of them. We hear the classic sound when he gets hit and rings scatter everywhere. And he probably now is trying to pick them up, and then he picks one up and then the cop comes in. Something. Because what did he do in the original one? Because he was just standing there and then he just reacted to when the cop came in. So, once again, just an interesting tidbit, I thought. Can we also talk about the model is more expressive? I don't have a problem with Sonic in the games, but I feel like their models now are a little too stiff. Or like Sonic in Sonic Forces.
Easy there, everything's cool.
There's like nothing wrong with Sonic, it's just...
Are you here to rescue me?
I don't know, I just feel like he's a little too stiff.
Can't tell you how much I appreciate it.
He's kind of stuck in this phase. Like, he's like... What is it called? I don't know, where he looks mad. This little blue part, it like races and goes down. It's like everything, and then his mouth just goes up and down.
It's been a while since I've seen a friendly face.
Hey, Rookie, you still in one piece?
Oh, sure. Don't even bother to ask how I am. Amy?
See what I mean? This is a personal thing. I think it's just a little too stiff. You need to become more expressive, which there is a game.
Eggman!
This game has really expressive Sonic models. I think this game is perfect for Sonic's face, like how he reacts.
Amy?
Pretty good. Okay, but let's get back into the Sonic movie. I don't think we should be watching Sonic Rider cutscenes.
My power, it could conquer the universe.
Sonic looks a little flat here. Still, it's a trailer and it's not the final movie, but I'm criticizing the trailer right now, so just a personal thing. I thought he looks a little too flat here, but once again, maybe I'm completely wrong in this, and this is fine, but to me, that doesn't look really nice, like 100%.
Wait, don't hurt him.
Good frame. Interesting thing that I noticed in this scene, if we go back. Sonic here in this scene, let's see if we can get a more clear picture of it. Screw it. He has 3 back spikes. Normally Sonic has 2, which is a thing that I noticed. Also in the Paramount's version of Sonic, like the earlier design, he had way more spikes on his back. But this is interesting, I think, because so this shoutouts to Patnack for making this video, which is an interesting thing because this is the first Sonic plush that was ever made when they were pitching the game for Sega, when Sonic was supposed to be become a thing. And in the plush design, Patnack brings up an interesting point, which is that he has 3 back spikes. Either they did this in the Sonic movie as a nod to the plush for the first time Sonic came, or I think it's because when he rolls, he gets a row of 3 spikes. I can show an image what I mean, but he gets a row of 3 spikes that he can that spin around and make him more like a ball, or in his ball form, and makes him more, I don't know, lethal. Makes it more dangerous when he rolls around. Just interesting thing again that I thought.
Wait, don't hurt him.
Beautiful punch, by the way.
What?
I haven't checked this. Wait, let me just check. Here, I think, or I think, more or less, I know, or I just looked this up. I don't know actually if they have it. Probably. Let's hope. We see here. This is a hedgehog foot, or a hedgehog footprint. Under his shoes is an indent of hedgehog feet, or that's what it looks like. So that means his shoes, under his shoes, there's a hedgehog print, which I don't know. It's interesting.
Let me show you how it's done. So should we get out of here?
Yeah.
I like how Sonic is not perfect. In this movie, they made him more I don't know. He's not the good. He's not. Alright, he's not the good guy. He's not the bring his best at everything. He can do whatever he wants. He's a superhero. He can do nothing wrong. He has flaws, which is good, and his attitude can get him in trouble, which is good. I don't know if I have good examples, but I don't know. I just like this because he's so cocky. Let me show you how it's done, and he just tosses everything and misses the board completely. I just think that it's kind of cute. And is this Sonic cosplaying as McCree?
I have no idea.
For some reason, this part seems like they just took a stock dance, put it on his model, and just played it as a test for see how he works when he moves. I don't know, it's just what I thought.
The boom.
How are you not dead?
I have no idea.
See what I mean? I don't know, it's just something that I noticed. This scene I have problem with. Good English. This scene I got some problem with. It's just that I don't like the thing where they just place more Sonic models and just do swoosh effects where he goes. I think that's kind of lazy. I don't know, maybe I'm wrong again, but that's just what I noticed. It just seems a little lazy.
Silly little alien.
Good time.
Can't wait to see images of this.
Right?
Also, I just noticed this as I was watching. If you look at the Sonic up here, he's doing his little ledge thingy in Sonic 1, or other Sonics when he at the ledge and he just is about to fall. if we wait, slow this down. Take a look at this Sonic. He's doing his little ledge thingy, which is pretty cool. I just noticed that right now. This high five looks kind of awkward.
This is my power.
They changed this scene. We could see it in the original one, but the thing that they changed is not Sonic. Of course they changed Sonic though. That's kind of obvious. But they changed. We just go back.
This is my power.
It's the drone here. They changed it so instead of blue light, it's now red. I think it's to make contrast so you can see Sonic when he runs around and do stuff. So it's just not like blue light on him as like he's also blue. I think that was like a bad decision because the light won't like bounce off as good. And Eggman or Robotnik in this movie is just more red. We can see also in this scene the little baggy. We could see it in other scenes, but that's just the thing that I noticed. Yeah, here. You can see his little baggy thingy where he runs around with. So there's like where he holds his rings so he can like toss them out, which he does later in this scene.
To protect my friends.
I don't know why. It's so awesome to see Sonic run just like that. Because we see it all the time in the game from behind. Or like from the side. I don't think we have like seen it like that. I don't know. We probably have. It's just me being dumb right now. But for some reason I just love watching him run like this. Just us getting to keep up with him. I don't know. Something.
So, you're supposed to be Tom's best friend that he won't shut up about.
I think they also made this scene, or like put this scene in just like, oh, of course for a funny gag, a funny moment to laugh to, but I think also to just show off, look at the new Sonic face, because everyone was complaining about the face. So I think this is like an answer to everyone and saying like, look how good his face is now, or something similar. I don't know. And here we can see really expressive Sonic, which is really good. So yeah, I'm just really excited for this movie. It looks like it's gonna be like, of course it's gonna be a kids game, a kids film, because Sonic is marketed towards kids. That's why we had like the fart joke in there. But if you just look past that, I think this is gonna be a funny movie for like everyone. I think it's yeah, it looks good. You did good, Paramount. You listened to everyone complaining about, like, telling you about the design and saying something is wrong, and you listened, you changed it, and I'm really happy about that. Finally looks like Sonic Edge is gonna be presented well at the big screen, so yeah, I have nothing more to say. Thank you for watching, if you did. Share this with people if you thought it was neat, or like little tidbits. Oh, I just remembered. Share this with your friends if you thought it was interesting, or like you didn't know something. If you learned something new about the movie which you didn't pick up on the first time watching it. Because I have been watching this too many times, both just fully and frame by frame. I should stop. But yeah, once again, thank you for watching, and see you later, I guess.